It strikes me that some of our audience may be fairly traumatized by what happened here. Here's a lady. Now, where are you from?
I'm California.
And what do you think?
Well, I was in the back, and I moved forward just to maybe get out of here, but... I mean, this is my first day in New York, and...
But what do you think about what you heard?
Well, I had no idea what the difference between them and them. When they all came in, I had no idea what they wanted out of us. And,
Is it frightening?
I was shook up.
Yeah. So where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
So what do you think?
I'm shook up also. I'm kind of scared, but, you know, talking with these people in between the breaks and stuff, they're very nice. And it's like, I look at them and I look at those other people. Now, those other people, they're against everything, but they're clean, okay? But these people, no offense, okay? But I would be more afraid of you if I met you on the street than I would be of them. No. And you're very nice.
You know, that is interesting. But is that one of the dangers of the Nazis, that, as the rabbi said, they look just like you and I? Okay, now, all right, let's get this. You guys are, stand up. You guys are not Nazis, right?
No, not at all. In fact, I want to make a clear point right now. It's not just skinheads that are involved in this. For example, as you might have guessed from the length of hair, I am not a skinhead. I'm involved in an organization called the Anti-Fascist Front. This man here is involved in an organization called Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice. This man over here is involved in an organization called the Anti-Fascist Skinhead League. Now, I want you all to know, we put our necks out on the line by coming here and being on TV, because there is a lot of problem between the skinheads. And an important point that needs to be made, a great misconception on the part of the media, people are playing up on these Nazi skinheads. The Nazi skinheads, particularly in New York, the white power skinheads, are a minority among the skinheads, and they are treated as a minority, and every now and then they're reminded that they're a minority.
But wait a second, how can the public tell the difference between a good skinhead and a bad skinhead?
You hear more about the bad than you do the good.
Well, I mean, we can tell the difference, basically by the appearance. And you can see, like, if they're wearing a white power symbol, if they're wearing a Nazi symbol, it's obvious, you know. It's really hard. There is no way people on the outside can really tell.
What is a skinhead? Why do you shave your head?
I just believe in the lifestyle.
And what is the lifestyle?
Just working class and being involved in what's going on around you, simply. That's my opinion. I mean, but there's 11 different factions of skins. You have scooter skins, you have gay skins, communist skins, socialist skins. There's no real one group that you can pin down and say, well, this is skinhead.
Well, basically, we should go back to the origins of skinhead, which was in the 60s. It was a working class movement, and it was not racially biased at all. The original skinhead music was soul and reggae and ska. They were highly influenced by the West Indian blacks. So it was not racially motivated until the 70s, when it was sort of revived and it was altered and distorted. And then, so that's why you have the factions. And there have always been factions, and there have always been clashes between the two main, which is what you've seen tonight.
What happened? Where did it go bad? Where did the racial thing start happening? Well, was it the parents? He says, you know, Mr. Stump here. Wait a second. There's probably a lot of I consider you like every man. You know, you were victimized in this thing that happened to you on the train by the skinheads, the racial skinheads. But what's your opinion of this? Here you're raising this beautiful little daughter, 2 months old, almost caught up in the violence. What do you think about this as a parent?
Well, meeting these guys here, you know, when I first came in, I didn't know. As I said to one of them before, how can you tell the difference? I mean, because the ones that we encountered, you notice they was like the same. This is the type of reaction that we received, so you can imagine. So it goes to show you what they would have done if they did get their hands on the baby. So it goes to show you. I mean, the obvious is right there. You see the man in the middle, how violent he got, how mad he got. I mean, you seen his temper jump off like that. So now you can see what I was saying, because I wasn't involved or refused, and I wasn't going to take it. You can imagine now how I had to go through.
Okay, sit down, everybody, sit down. I want to talk to Roy. Hold it. Roy. Hold it. Is racism, and I don't know what the equivalent is in anti-Semitism or all the other anti-religion, they're against Catholics too, for all I know. Is that on the rise in your perception?
No, it's not. But let me say this, in reference to the question about the dress. Keep in mind, the Nazi brown shirts was spit and polish in Germany. Don't go by spit and polish looks. These are decent kids here from what I can discern. These are bums. These were spit and polish brown shirt bums. Some of The biggest criminals and dope pushers got the prettiest cars and the prettiest clothes. All right? So be careful about that.
All right, now what about the question of racism and anti-Semitism?
No, it is not on the rise. I think the media is saying this, and it's unfortunate. The leaders are hustling this, all right, for their own good. The plain fact is America is less racialistic today than at any time in the history of the country.
Let me ask, I hope that's true with the bottom of my heart, but let me ask maybe a tougher question for you, Roy. Do you think that black radicals, people like Sharpton and Maddox and Mason and Farrakhan, do you think that they help exacerbate? Oh, there go the fellows. I guess they're being arrested. Oh no, they're not being arrested. I don't want them. I just want them out of town. They're just a bunch of punks. Bunch of punks. Just a bunch of punks. Let them go. The boys in blue. New York's finest hustles them out of here. Well, good, good. They're not getting arrested. All right, so I don't care. Being escorted out of here.
Hey, Geraldo, look.
Good. Hold it. Let me just get this answer, please.
What you are doing is the proper thing, all right? Let me show you the difference. You allow them to be heard. You don't censor them, and that's good. Because they're a fool, they will, you know, self-destruct. But at the same time, you make certain that I'm here. The rabbi is here. This very decent gentleman is here. These young folks are here. In other words, you give equal time to another point of view. The problem of the impression of increasing racism is a certain irresponsible element in media is given a disproportionate amount of time to the Sharptons, the Maddox, the Masons, and the haters, and the skinheads. That's the problem.
Okay. Light is the best disinfectant. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Our focus has been young hate mongers. We're almost out of time. Yeah.
I just wanted to say we should all be proud of our race. We should all fight for our race. And our race is the human race. Bottom line.
All right. Well said. Well said. Rabbi, you've got 20 seconds for some final thoughts.
William Stump is here because he's a victim. I'm here because you invited the Nazis, as other media have, to give them a forum in America. You have taken pipsqueaks, racist, not one complete sentence out of any one of them, except hate. Not one complete sentence, and you gave them a national forum.
But at least he allowed the other point of view to be heard.
I am more concerned that you do a show on this.
Nazis. More
the
Nazis.
New Nazis, the new right, and the Reagan administration. Right here.
This is, here, let me get Tony.
This is the fear right here.
What do you think, sir?
I think that we don't have to worry about people like this because all they're doing is breeding hate, and we don't hate in here. But they'll all be in jail within 10 years. We don't have to worry about people like this. They'll be in jail. Who do we worry about?
After they've killed how many people?
I don't think we have to worry about anybody.
How many more
people
victims?
like this? I think we all love each other as brothers and
The
sisters.
key is don't let them polarize us.
That's it.
Don't let their hate polarize us.
Can I hold that, baby? Let me take this little view. Oh. Yeah, I don't. Someone said don't bleed on the baby. Here. Okay, this is the future, folks. This is like the lady said back there. I'm proud of the race of this baby. This baby belongs to the human race. And I hope she can grow up in a world that doesn't have hate mongers. And if they do, I hope the majority of people fight against them. Thank you.